Hey guys, this is Hamon, and welcome back to Bytesize, the show where I review games that I've taken interest in. They have to be old, they have to be new, they just have to be something I'm interested in. And today I'm going to be talking about this game that I playtested. Not in early access, not in any beta, alpha, build, or whatever. It is literally a playtest that you have to sign up for in order to check it out. The game is called The Lift. And it's interesting what I went through. So, to get right into it, the story of the game is that you are a specialized mechanic, so to speak. And, well, not the mechanic, you're like the backup mechanic. So if anything happens to the primary one, you come in and take over. And you were set to go to sleep for X amount of time, and by the time you actually wake up, something has happened to the facility. And so you go around fixing stuff, and while you're doing that, you meet some folks and go off to do things to try and figure out what is going on. That is the story. What we got were just 2 levels that helped you kind of get the feeling of what the game is going to be like. So right off the bat, just to get into it, in terms of graphics, I have no issues with it. There's nothing too wonky or anything with it. The only thing that was wonky was the okay, to clarify, at first I thought it was a glitch. I thought there was a problem with the things, but it turns out that it was kind of intentional because there are certain objects in the world that apparently were affected by whatever caused the cataclysm in the first place in the facility. And so they're anomalous objects that you can pick up and put to sell them off. I'll get to that in mechanics. It's interesting to see that. But otherwise, everything else is really nicely done. I like the insides of how they look like old-timey fashion type things, but they're also fused with modern type stuff. I like how the corruption looks. It looks like a bio-organic entity that has basically taking over a lot of stuff because, I guess, power or something like that. It doesn't go far into what happened per se, but from what I can tell, it looks like a entity made of, like I said, bio-organic materials came in and started affecting everything, turning people to stone in order to sustain itself, taking energy for life and all that, or various other sci-fi conundrums that could have happened that would be the reason why people are stone and there was no power to the place. Again, it looks really cool, and the NPCs that you actually meet in the game are very nicely designed. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll have any PNGs to show you this. To get into the mechanics, the idea for this one is interesting. It's essentially a house flipper meets spooky, sci-fi spooky game. Although it's not fully spooky. It's not intentionally a haunted place or anything. There's no entity that's trying to kill you or anything. We're in the aftermath of the whole thing, so there's no big threat currently. You're just going around fixing things, going through places, solving puzzles to unlock things and get more stuff in the current playtest. The way it works is interesting and multiple faceted. You're able to fix multiple different things, so you can change light bulbs, fix the walls, the floors, and then you have the puzzle aspect, which comes in fixing these electrical devices such as vending machines and such, where the electrical thing is that you have to put a power conduit and then connect it to the end part of the conduit that you can power the machine through various whatever means it needs and eventually be able to use it. The vending machines I mentioned are sort of where the anomalous objects come in, because there's a device that you can put things into it to turn into coin. And you use those coins in the vending machine to buy things that you need in order to assist you in fixing it. All in all, it's satisfactory to me. I like it. Now, the things that I noticed is that there's some things wrong with it. Again, it's in the playtest, so obviously there's going to be bugs and other kinds of things wrong with it. So I cannot fault it fully for any of that, because they're testing it out. They're giving us the opportunity to play the game as they have it. They'll probably update it later on, fix any bugs that are in it, various other things that will likely have to be done in order to, make it better and all that. One of the things I noticed though is that there's a sound that one of the objects makes that you can pick up. These little bee things that you can pick up and all that. They make a sound like, a buzzing sound because they're little robot drone bees. The problem is, the problem that I faced, to be more specific, was that at the time I was playing it, the noise stayed where you find them originally, which honestly is something you would have programmed to disappear once you pick up the object, or something like that. Like, as long as it's not in your hand or anything, there shouldn't be a noise or anything. But every time I walked into the area where I first picked up the bee drone, there is the noise still. So it makes me think there's like another one there, like hidden away or something like that, which is problematic and a little annoying. But all in all, the game is really interesting so far. Honestly, given it's a playtest, I do look forward to seeing what comes out next. And the crazy thing is, I did not know about this until I was on TikTok scrolling, and all of a sudden I see, hey, we have this game that's basically House Flipper with spooky elements in it. If you want to check it out, you can sign up for a playtest on Steam. And I was like, bet. And so I tried it out, and it's interesting. I don't know if the playtest is still going, but I definitely would recommend checking it out. I don't know if you can play it yet. Like, I don't know if they released a demo at the time that this video has been released. But again, it's a very interesting game. And so with that said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Check out my socials so you know when I stream, when I put up TikToks, when I post art or my ramblings. But otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Bye!